today? Okay, glad to hear that. Now, before we start the lesson today, how about playing a warm-up game? Is it okay? Yeah. Okay, in this game, we'll have 4 groups. Group 1, 2, 3, and 4. There will be some pictures and some words. What you have to do is to match the words and the pictures. Then, one person from each group will go to the board and write down your answer. Okay, one correct answer will get you 10 points. Easy, right? Yeah. Okay, so let's start. Now, here are the pictures and the words. Okay, if you have the answer, just go to the board and write down. Just go to the board and write down. No need to raise your hand. How about the other 3 groups? Yes? Check your answers carefully before leaving. Are you just it on? Okay, you write out the whole words. Okay, thank you. Now let's check. Picture number 1. Okay, picture number 1, A. Picture number 2, B. Number 3, D. And number 4, C. Now let's say A, B, D, C. A, B, D, C. Good. A, B, D, C. A, B, D, C. Engineer, hairdresser, paramedic. Okay, so the 4 groups, you got 40 points for the first round of this game. Congratulations. Give yourself a big hand. Okay, you have finished this task much faster than I thought, so I suppose you can guess the topic of the lesson today already. Now tell me, what do you think we are going to learn today? We are gonna learn about what? Tell me. No need to raise your hand. About what? Jobs, that's right, job. Okay. We're gonna start the vocabulary section of Unit 5 and jobs. Wow. In the last game, you've shown me that you know a lot about different jobs. So I have another game for you to check out how many more jobs you can recognize. Okay, and this is round 2. Now, in this game, we'll have 4 groups again, 1, 2, 3, and 4. You're gonna listen twice and choose the picture of the job that is mentioned. Then, the fastest group to raise their hand will get a chance to answer. And of course, one correct answer will get you 10 points. Simple, right? Are we clear? Yes. Okay, now. Remember, the fastest group to raise the hand will get the chance to answer. Okay? Okay, the first one. Now listen.
Sports coach.
One more time, one more time.
Sports coach.
Okay, group 2, please. Group 2. Picture A, let's see. That's right. Now, okay, you get 10 points. Group 2. Thank you. Okay, I want all of you to listen carefully again and tell me where the stress of this word is. Listen again.
Sports coach.
Okay, so where is the stress? On the first or on the second word? First. Yes, sports coach. Okay. So, who is exactly a sports coach? Look at the picture. Can you guess? A sports coach is a what? You can say it in Vietnamese if you want. Yes. Yes, huấn luyện viên thể thao. Thank you. Now class, repeat after me please. Sports coach. Sports coach. Sports coach. Sports coach. Good. Please take notes in your handout. Now, how about picture B? Who is he? Class, tell me. Who is he? Yes, a waiter. How about C? Who are they? Farmers? No, not exactly farmers. They are...
Farm worker.
They are farm workers. The workers who work on the farm. Okay, farm workers. Okay, please take notes in your handout. Farm worker. Okay, now let's move on to the next question. Okay, we have 3 pictures again. Now listen.
Paramedic.
One more time.
Paramedic.
Okay, group 3, please.
Picture C.
Okay, group 4. What?
Picture C.
Picture C. Do you agree with him? Do you agree with him? Let's check. That's right. It's C. Group 4, you get 10 points. Okay, now, listen again. Where is the stress?
Paramedic. Paramedic.
On which syllable is the stress? The first, the second, or the third syllable? Yes, the third one. Paramedic. Okay, so who is a paramedic? We usually see paramedics in films like, okay, paramedics. Can you guess the Vietnamese equivalent of paramedic? No one? No one? Yes? Nhân viên y tế. Okay, nearly exact. Thank you. A paramedic is a person who is trained to do the medical work, especially in an emergency. But a paramedic is not a doctor, not a nurse. In Vietnamese, we can say that a paramedic is nhân viên hỗ trợ y tế. Okay, now class, paramedic. Paramedic. Again, paramedic. Paramedic. Very good. Please take notes. How about the woman in picture B? Who do you think she is? A what? A what? Architecture? Not really. And yes?
She's an architect.
Let's see.
Architect.
That's right, architect. Now, architect. The stress should be on the first syllable. That's right. Now, class, repeat after me, please. Architect. 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 Okay, pay attention to the stress and the sound. Okay, this sound. Okay, the sound. Architect. Architect. Good. How about A? A. Who is this man? The man in the black suit? Yes?
Sales assistant.
Sales assistant? Not really. Let's check.
Travel agent.
He's a travel agent. A travel agent. So, who is a travel agent? A travel agent is a person or a company that helps you to make arrangements for your trips, for people who wants to travel. Like a travel agent will help you book the hotel rooms, will help you buy the airplane tickets. Okay? So, a travel agent is a person or a company. What? Somewhere that you go to when you want to make arrangements for your travel. Yes? Good, đại lý du lịch. Nếu như vậy thì a person that is called a travel agent is, nếu mình dịch là đại lý du lịch thì nó là cái company đúng không? Vậy nếu là person thì mình sẽ dịch là nhân viên làm tại đại lý du lịch. Good. So a travel agent, đại lý du lịch, hoặc là người làm tại đại lý du lịch. Travel agent. Now class, repeat after me please. Travel agent. Travel agent. Okay, the stress on the first word, right? Travel agent. Travel agent. Good. Now, let's move on. Is it okay? Okay. Now, this one is quite different. You're gonna listen first. Carefully, okay?
Pilot.
One more time.
Pilot.
And the pictures. 3, 2, 1. Yes?
Picture B.
Picture B. That's right. Thank you. Group 1, you get 10 points. How about A? Who is she? A what? A what? A dentist. Okay, a dentist. How about C? Who is he? A lawyer? No, not really a lawyer. He has something to do with the law, but he's not really a lawyer. We can call him a
solicitor.
Solicitor. Yes, solicitor. Now, listen again and tell me the position of the stress.
Solicitor.
So where is the stress? Yes, the second syllable. Solicitor. So, who is a solicitor? A solicitor is a lawyer, but his job is to prepare legal documents, to give legal advice, and maybe speak for someone in the courts of law. So, a solicitor. Yes?
Cố vấn pháp luật.
Very good. Cố vấn pháp luật. Excellent. Solicitor. Now, class, repeat after me, please. Solicitor. 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 Excellent. Now, the next question. Listen first.
Sales assistant.
Again.
Sales assistant.
Now, 3, 2, 1. Yes. Picture A. That's right, sales assistant. So, can you tell me who a sales assistant is? Group 4.
Nhân viên bán hàng.
Nhân viên bán hàng. Okay, that's right. But actually, sales assistant is the person whose job is to help the customers and sell goods. Okay? Không chỉ bán hàng mà còn hỗ trợ phục vụ cho khách hàng trong cửa hàng. Okay, sales assistant. Bạn gọi là nhân viên bán hàng cũng được, nhưng mà mình hiểu là nhiệm vụ của họ còn có thêm một nội dung nữa là hỗ trợ cho khách hàng. Okay, sales assistant. Now class, sales assistant. Again, sales assistant. Good. How about B? Easy. Who is he? Who is he? What is he doing? He is mopping? He's not a mopper. No, he's not a mopper. Who is he? That's group 3.
He's a cleaner.
He's a cleaner. That's
Cleaner.
right, he's a cleaner. Okay, you get 10 points too. Cleaner. How about C? C, yes.
Yeah, she's an engineer.
A what?
She's an engineer.
An engineer. That's right, an engineer. Okay, group 2, you get 10 too. Okay, now class, tell me again. An engineer or engineer? Engineer. Or engineer? Engineer. Listen again, listen again.
Engineer.
One more time, one more time.
Engineer.
Okay, so on which syllable is the stress? On the third one. Okay. Engineer. Now class, engineer. 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 Good. Please take notes in your handouts. Engineer. Now. So are you ready for the last one? Okay. The 3 pictures. A, B, C. Now listen.
Programmer.
One more time.
Programmer.
Okay, group 3. Sorry, you raise your hand first. Group 3.
A.
A. So, can you tell me who a programmer is? Who do you think a programmer is? Good, lập trình viên. Group 3. Okay, now class, listen again and tell me where the stress is.
Programmer.
Programmer, so on the first syllables. Good. Programmer. Now class, repeat after me please. Programmer. 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 Good. How about B? Who is he? A hairdresser or hairdresser? Listen.
Hairdresser.
Hairdresser, so it should be on
Hairdresser.
the first syllable, hairdresser, okay? And the last one, who are they? Who are they? Yes, receptionist. A receptionist is a person who works at the reception desk. In Vietnamese, we can call a receptionist a nhân viên lễ tân, nhân viên ở quầy lễ tân. Very good. Okay, please take notes in your handout. Now, I give you some time to have a look again at some words that may be difficult for you to pronounce. Pay attention to the stress. Okay. Okay, have you finished taking notes? Can we move on? Okay. Now, let's start with round 3. Let's see who is leading now. Oh no. Oh, the 3 groups have the same scores. Group 1, try harder. Okay. Now, this is round 3 and we have another matching game. You're gonna have some pictures again and some words again, but this time, instead of the names of jobs, you're gonna have some adjectives. Okay, you will match the pictures and the adjectives that describe the pictures. And one person from each group will go to the board and write out the answer again. Okay? Okay, wait a minute, I'll raise the board. You just need to match 1A or 2B, you don't need to write out the whole word, okay? Thank you for your effort anyway. Okay, so are you ready? Are you ready? Yes. Now, the 3 pictures and the words. Okay, if you have the answer, just go to the board and write down. If you have the answer, just go to the board and write down. Yes, just go to the board. Check your answers carefully before coming back. Okay. Okay, now let's check. Number 1, D. How do you say this word? Okay, number 1D. Let's see, number 1D, 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 1D. Good. And what is creative? Mang tính sáng tạo. Very good. How about number 2? Easy. Dangerous. Number 2, C. C. Number 2, C. Good. Okay. Number 2, C. Now number 3, A or B? A or B? A. Okay. Number 3. Oh, what is it? A. Okay. So on 4 groups, you've got, 30 points. 30 points. Well, I can see that there are some new words. Now let's check out the meanings. Let's start with stressful. Stressful. I suppose you can guess the meaning of stressful. Look at the man's face. No, his job is stressful. That means his job makes him feel nervous and worried. If something that is stressful, it makes you feel nervous and worried about it. Okay, stressful. So in Vietnamese, stressful is mang tính căng thẳng, gây căng thẳng. Okay, stressful. Stressful. Okay, so tell me, do you find your test stressful? Do the test make you feel nervous and worried? Yes, absolutely. The tests are stressful, right? Now class, stressful. 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 Okay. How about the last word, rewarding? Rewarding, okay? The sound or, rewarding, not reward, rewarding. Something is rewarding means something is worth doing. You think it's worth doing, it's meaningful, it's useful, and when you do it, you feel very happy. So, rewarding is worth doing. It's worth the time and the effort that you spend on it. Yes. Can you say that again? Very good. Đáng để làm. Đáng để làm. Okay, so do you think being a doctor is rewarding? Do you think being a doctor is rewarding? Yes. Yes, because we can have saved a lot of people's life. Okay, so it's meaningful, it's worth doing. Rewarding. Now class, rewarding. 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 Good. Please take notes in your handouts. And one more chance for you. The 4 words. 3, 2, 1. Okay. If you have the answers again, just go to the board. No one? It seems to be too difficult for you. If you have the answer, just go to the board and write out. Yes? No, you don't need to erase it, just write out. Okay, now let's check. Number 1, what is it? Number 1, class? Tiring. Number 1, A. Let's see. Number 1, A. Okay, A. Number 2 is C. Number 2, C. Oh, good. Number 2, C. Very good. Now the last one, number 3, B or D? B. Oh, great. You've got 30 points again. Congratulations. Great. Now, let's check out the meanings again. Challenging. I think you can guess. I suppose you remember this word, challenging. It's an adjective. Thử thách is a noun. Mang tính thách thức, mang tính thử thách. It means very difficult, but in interesting way. Okay? Challenging. How about A? Something is tiring. It means it makes you tired. Okay. Now, number 2. This one is repetitive. Isn't it similar to the word repeat? That's right, repeat. And you can see the 2 men. He's doing the same thing, right? So, repetitive. Mang tính lặp đi lặp lại. Very good. Repetitive. Doing the same thing many times so that it becomes boring. Mang tính lặp đi lặp lại. Okay, repetitive. Repetitive. How about B? Now, in picture 3, you can see that this is a secretary. And in her job, she doesn't just do one thing. She has many different types of work. Like, she has to do the calculation, talking on the phone, working on the laptop, attending online meetings, and taking notes. Many different types of work, not just one thing. So, in her job, she has many different types of work to do. We can say that her job is varied. Varied. So, varied means containing several different types of things. Gồm nhiều loại khác nhau. Gồm nhiều thứ khác nhau, gồm nhiều loại khác nhau. Okay, varied. Varied. Now class, repeat after me please. Varied. Varied. One more time. Varied. 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 Okay. Okay, now the word for number 2, repetitive. 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 Good. Please take notes in your handouts. Okay. Now, it's time to talk. It's time to talk. Okay, now I want you to work in pairs. Use the adjective we have just learned to make and answer questions to find out your partner's opinions about different jobs. Now, I have an example for you. The question is, which job is the most creative? Which job is the most creative? Pay attention to the superlative form of the adjective, the most creative. Okay? So if I want to make a question with the word tiring, what is the question? Which job is the most tiring? How about stressful? Which job is the most stressful? Not the most, the most. Okay, the most stressful. Okay, so the question is, which job is the most creative? Now when answering, you can say, in my opinion is, for example, artist. Or I think it's probably artist, because you need to have new and interesting ideas to create beautiful paintings. Okay? So are we clear of what we have to do now? Work in pairs. Use the adjective in the superlative forms to make the questions and answer. Okay? Is it okay? Yes. Now, work in pair, please. You have 3 minutes for this task. 3 minutes for this task. You can use the job we have just learned in number 2, or you can think of new jobs too. Work in pairs, yes. Sales assistant, why?
Because I just watched a video that a customer, she asked for something, but the sales assistant said that we...
You do the same thing every day. Okay, but we have new tests every day. Okay. Okay, time's up. Yes. I want to listen to some of your opinions. Any volunteers? Any volunteers? Or I'll call your name. Okay, I have the list here. Lệ Bình, please. Yes. Now tell me, in your opinion, which job is the most stressful?
Is the most stressful, I think, in my opinion, is architect. And what? Architect.
An architect. Architect, why?
Because you must.
The stressful.
Sorry?
Why? What do you think being an architect is stressful? It makes you worried and nervous. Why?
I don't know, but yeah.
Because you have to think of new designs for the house, and if you cannot do it, you feel worried that maybe the clients will complain about you. The clients, khách hàng,
Yes.
they complain about you if you cannot think of new designs. Okay, thank you. Sit down, please. Thank you. How about Khánh Nhân, please? Yes. In your opinion, which job is the most rewarding?
In my opinion, is doctor. I think because doctor save lives, and the feeling of saving someone's life to me is very meaningful.
Oh yes.
Yeah, and they have very power. They have the power to save people's life.
Maybe the power to change people's fates, right? Okay. Thank you, thank you. He said that being a doctor is the most rewarding job because we can save people's life. It's very meaningful. Okay. All right. Now that's all for round 3. And let's move on. Okay, here comes the next activity for you. And this one, please look at number 4 on page 58 in your textbook. Okay, here we have some work activities. And let's check them out to make sure that none of them is too difficult for you. Okay, we have the first one, answer the phone, easy, right? Now be on your feet. Be on your feet. Can you think of a job in which you have to be on your feet? You have to stand on your feet. A job in which you have to be on your feet. A job in which you have to be on your feet. Yes? Footballer. Okay, a footballer, a football player, or a footballer. Any other jobs? Do you think being a sales assistant means being on your job? A sales assistant, being on your feet? You have to stand on your feet the whole time you work. It means being on your feet. Phải đứng chứ không có được ngồi nhiều á các bạn. Be on your feet. Okay? Okay. Now, be part of a team. Be part of a team means you have to work with other people as a team. You don't work alone. Be part of a team. Deal with the public. Deal with the public means we work with different people from the society. So tell me, do you think being a receptionist means dealing with the public? Yes. So how about being a secretary? A secretary. If you are a secretary, do you have to deal with the public? Deal with other people from the society? A secretary? No, not really. You just work with other people in your office, okay? But if you are a receptionist or a sales assistant, you have to deal with the public. Các bạn phải làm việc với mọi người, cái là kiểu nhiều người từ xã hội. Còn nếu mà các bạn chỉ là secretary thì mình chỉ làm việc trong môi trường văn phòng của mình thôi, okay? Now, earn a lot of money, make phone calls, serve customers, travel a lot, use a computer, wear a uniform, easy, right? Work alone, work indoors, work outdoors, work with children. Oh, now this one. Work long hours and work 9 to 5. Now tell me, if you have to work overtime at night or on the weekends, is that working long hours or working 9 to 5? If you have to work overtime, is that working long hours or working 9 to 5? Yes, working long hours. If you have to work overtime, it is working long hours. If you just work for the normal working hours and then you come home, you don't have to work overtime. It is working 9 to 5. Okay? Các bạn lưu ý, mặc dù nó nói là working 9 to 5 nhưng mà không nhất thiết là bạn phải start work lúc 9 giờ và finish work lúc 5 giờ. You may start work at 8 in the morning and finish at 4 in the afternoon as long as you can come home after that and no overtime. It is working 9 to 5. Okay? So, working long hours. In Vietnamese we can say làm việc một thời gian dài, làm việc tăng ca. Còn nếu work 9 to 5, làm việc giờ hành chính. Okay, so please take notes. This one may be unfamiliar to you. Well, that's all for the work activities in number 4. Any questions? Any questions before we move on? No? Okay, if you have no questions, then I would like you to meet Tom. This is Tom. He is a university student, and in the summer, he works as a gardener. He works part-time as a gardener. Now, I want you to listen and choose which of the following work activities are mentioned in the recording. Which one is mentioned in the recording? Okay? You're gonna listen twice. You can use the other side of your handout for this task. This side, yes, is much easier for you. All right, so are you ready? Now let's start. The first time.
Speaker 1, Tom.
I really wanted to work outdoors over the summer, so when I saw the advertisement for a job as a gardener, I applied for it. I did it for 5 weeks, and to be honest, I didn't really enjoy it very much. I was unlucky with the weather. It was a very rainy summer. But the main problem was I had to do the same thing every day. It got really boring because there was no variety. At least the hours weren't too long. I started at 10 in the morning and finished at 4 in the afternoon. Then I went home. Most days I didn't see another person all the time I was there. I didn't like that either, really. I prefer working with other people.
Okay, the second time.
Speaker 1, Tom.
I really wanted to work outdoors over the summer, so when I saw the advertisement for a job as a gardener, I applied for it. I did it for 5 weeks, and to be honest, I didn't really enjoy it very much. I was unlucky with the weather. It was a very rainy summer. But the main problem was, I had to do the same thing every day. It got really boring because there was no variety. At least the hours weren't too long. I started at 10 in the morning and finished at 4 in the afternoon. Then I went home. Most days I didn't see another person all the time I was there. I didn't like that either, really. I prefer working with other people.
Okay, now you have 5 seconds to check your answers with your partners. Check your answers with your partners. Okay, now let's check. Okay, tell me, be on your feet. Is it mentioned in the recording? No. Okay, how about work along? Yes, that's right. Okay, this is another chance to get the points. What did you hear the recording about working along? What did he say about working along? Yes?
He didn't see any other people and he didn't like it.
He didn't see any other people and he doesn't like that. Now let's check.
Most days I didn't see another person all the time I was there.
Okay, most days he didn't see another person, so usually he had to work alone. Good, group 3. Group 3, you get 10 points. Now, earn a lot, yes or no? No, no. Do the same thing every day? Absolutely. So, who can tell me which adjective we can use for this one? Yes?
Rewarding.
Rewarding? No. Yes, thank you. Repetitive, very good. Repetitive, group 4. Calm down. Okay, now work 9 to 5, yes or no? Yes. And did you get the time he started and finished work? How about group 1? Yes?
He worked at 10 o'clock to 4 o'clock.
From 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Now let's see if it's correct.
I started at 10 in the morning and finished at 4 in the afternoon.
Yes, from
then
10.
I went home.
Yes, from 10 to 4 and then he went home. Good, 10 points for group 1. Now, is there anyone who has 5 correct answers? 5 correct answers? 4 correct answers. Excellent. Okay, any other questions about Tom? No. Okay, then let's say bye-bye to Tom and welcome Katie. Katie is also a university student and she worked part-time as a sports coach. Okay, now again, you're gonna listen twice and choose which activities are mentioned. Okay, the first time.
Speaker 2, Hazy.
I really enjoyed my job at a summer camp. It was 7 days a week, so hard work, but that was fine. The children had lessons in the morning. Then every afternoon I'd do sports with them. Football, volleyball, athletics, lots of different things. There were 5 of us working as sports coaches. We all got on really well, which was great, and we helped each other to plan the afternoon. We arranged matches and competitions for the evenings too, so we usually had to work really late, but we didn't mind. Seeing the children enjoying themselves and learning new activities was great. I loved it.
The second time.
Speaker 2, Hazy.
I really enjoyed my job at a summer camp. It was 7 days a week, so hard work, but that was fine. The children had lessons in the morning. Then every afternoon I'd do sports with them. Football, volleyball, athletics, lots of different things. There were 5 of us working as sports coaches. We all got on really well, which was great, and we helped each other to plan the afternoon. We arranged matches and competitions for the evenings too, so we usually had to work really late, but we didn't mind. Seeing the children enjoying themselves and learning new activities was great. I loved it.
Okay, that's all. Now, 5 seconds for you to check your answers with your partners. Alright, now let's check. Working long, okay, let's check. Now, working long hours, yes or no? Yes or no? What did you hear? What did she say? Okay, someone else from group 3. Someone else from group 3. Ngoài bạn Tuấn Anh, yes?
She said she worked late.
She usually had to work late. Now let's check.
So we usually had to work really late.
That's right. Group 3, Group 3, you get 10 points. Okay, how about travel a lot? No. Wear a uniform? Yes or no? Are you sure? No, she doesn't have to to wear a uniform. Be part of a team. Be part of a team. Yes. Did you get the number of the coaches in her team? How many? Yes, Tuấn Anh again.
6.
5 or 6?
6.
Sure?
Yeah.
Let's check.
There were 5 of us working as sports coaches.
There were 5 of us, so she and other 4 sport coaches, okay? So, no, you didn't get the bonus. How about deal with the public? Deal with the public? Yes? Yes? No, she didn't deal with the public. But who did she work with? She worked with the children. Oh, great. Now, is there anyone who has 5 correct answers? Great, great. 4 correct answers. All right. Okay, thank you. Now, let's move on to the last activity today. Again, you're going to work in pairs. Look at the questionnaire in your textbook. Okay, the questionnaire here. Okay, the questionnaire. Ask your partners the questions in the questionnaire, and from that, try to find out the perfect, the ideal job for your partner. Okay, now, this is an example. If your partner wants to earn a lot of money and he or she wants to travel around the world, then your partner should be a pilot. Okay? How about if my partner loves working indoors and she loves working with different people, she wants to meet new people every day, what is your suggestion? What do you think she should be? She works indoor and she wants to meet new people every day. She should be maybe a sales assistant or receptionist, okay? So are we clear what we have to do? Yes, work in pairs, ask and answer the questions in the questionnaire, and find out the ideal job for your partners. Now you have 3 minutes for this task. Okay, work in pair, please.
Which is the most important to you? Which do you perfect? Do you want a job that involves traveling a lot? Which sentence is true for you?
Okay. Now after walking around, we're can see that you have given such brilliant ideas for your partners. And maybe you should consider your partner's opinions. Who knows, maybe in the future, you're gonna be a pilot and, and you're gonna be a real policeman. Who knows? Okay. Okay, so that's all. That's the last activity for us today. And before we finish, let's have a look again what we have learned in this lesson. Today we have learned about some jobs like paramedics, solicitor, sales assistant. Okay, some adjectives to describe the jobs. For example, stressful, repetitive, rewarding, and some work activities like be on your feet, deal with the public. Okay. Well, I suppose we've forgotten something. Who is the winner? Okay. Who is the winner? Congratulations. Okay. Congratulations, Group 3. You are the winner today. And the other three groups, you are great today too. So I'll give all of you your prizes later, okay? Thank you. Now, this is your homework. Revise the lesson, learn the new words, and prepare the next section. Any question? No. Okay, then this is the end of our lesson today. Thank you for coming and bye-bye.